Hello. Today I'm going to be talking to you about lean awareness. Specifically, what is lean? Well, some of you might already be practitioners of lean. Some of you might be brand new to this. If you already know about this will be a great refresher. You might even learn something new. For those of you who have never heard of it, today we'll be going over the 5 fundamentals of lean and how you can apply them to just about anything you do. So what are the 5 fundamentals? First and foremost, value from the eyes of the customer. If the customer doesn't want it, or the customer doesn't care about it, the customer's not going to pay for it or come back to you again for it. What does the customer care about? Number 2. Optimize the value stream. And what I mean by optimize the value stream is we are very used to working in silos. What do I mean by silo? Only caring about the work that comes into your specific area and pushing it out of your area without caring what's up or down. What lean is the beginning to the end of a process through each step of the way, all the way to the eyes of the customer or to the hands of the customer. We want to optimize how it goes through. Third, we want to create flow. If you think of the process flow as a river, there might be some rocks, there might be some trees. Those are impediments to the flow. With lean, we want to identify those impediments. We want to remove them entirely so that the process flows more smoothly. Number 4, we want to aim for pull. Yes, pull. What does it mean? In a factory setting, it's very simple. You only grab the work that you need to work on, and when the person after you is ready for work, you pass it on. In a transactional environment, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit harder because you don't see the product. But what you can do is be ready to fulfill a customer's need when they ask for it, and then be ready to fulfill that customer's need again when the need arises. And finally, number 5, we want to always seek continuous improvement. We want to build it into our daily principles. We want to incorporate in anything and everything that we do when we build a new process. And we do that with a very tried and true method of the plan, do, check, act cycle. But with lean, we change it a little bit. Instead of plan, do, check, act, we use plan, do, check, adjust. I'll get more on that later. Now, once you know those 5 fundamentals, how do you apply them? What do you do? If you are living in a house, there's always a heart of the house. And at that center is respect for people. If people don't enjoy what they do, if people don't care about what they do, that house is going to be empty. Now, every house also needs a strong foundation. With lean, that foundation is built with something called standardized work. Standardized work are standardized tools and templates and step-by-step instructions on how to do something right the first time. That's only part of the foundation. The second part of the foundation is stabilization. Are the workloads balanced? Did you follow the standardized work? And are you achieving the same result each and every time? Now, once you already know that the center of your house is respect for people, your foundation is built on standard work and stabilizing that standard work, The pillars of your house are going to be built in quality and just in time. Built in quality is doing the right thing, the right time, the right process, each and every time. Just in time, based on customer demand, what's needed, when it's needed, right when it's needed. And the roof of the house. If the core is respect for our people, the roof is customer value. Does the customer care about it? Do they value it? And will they want it? Now, any journey for lean takes time. And there's usually a 5-year cycle. I know, 5 years, long time. But for adopting this into your day-to-day life, it takes time. And normally, once you start practicing making standard work, stabilizing it, that's usually about the 1st to 2nd year mark. You're good at making reports. You're good at using the tools. And once you get comfortable with those tools, you start looking at techniques on how to apply those tools. Some of those techniques include rapid improvement events, continuous improvement events, just do it's, projects, programs, all applications of what we just talked about. Once you start applying the tools and techniques, the final part of the journey is adoption. You start to believe the tools. You start to incorporate them. You start thinking about the five principles. You start thinking about how you can apply them. You start thinking about value from the eyes of the customer innately every single time. Again, it takes time. Some people might go through the cycle faster than others. Normally, though, it takes about 5 years. Moving on to what we talked about earlier with the plan, do, check, adjust cycle. With lean, what we do, well, I should say the PDCA is used in project management, program management. It's used in Six Sigma. It's used in lean, of course. They all follow the same circular cycle. You plan for something. You do what you planned. You check whether or not what you did is good or bad. And then you act upon it or adjust on it in lean. It's a continuous cycle. You're always looking for improvement. You're always spinning that wheel one time after another. Each time in each circle, hopefully you're improving small increments at a time. And as you start to build up on that curve, you might think that you might slip back. That's why standardized work is important. Standard work acts as a wedge that keeps you sustaining the same level of improvement over and over again. That's it for today for the 5 principles of lean and how to approve them or how to apply them. Madam Toastmaster, something or other?